town of Longwood was the self-professed Easter capital of the world. It was common to see huge displays celebrating the holiday all over town. But it was also common to see local teenagers out in the neighborhood park late on Easter night, trying to catch a glimpse of the Easter Bunny. The legend said that the Easter Bunny wasn't a man in a costume or a mascot. It was something far worse. They said it was a creature, with matted fur, hollow black eyes, and teeth as sharp as broken glass. If it saw you, it would bite you. And if it bit you, you'd become like it. Nobody believed the story, least of all Jason, a senior who prided himself on being fearless. Every year since junior high, he and his friends stayed out late, guzzling soda and laughing under the faint glow of the park's single flickering street lamp. This year was no exception.
"Here, bunny, bunny, bunny,"
Jason called out mockingly, his voice echoing through the empty playground. His friends chuckled nervously, glancing at the shadows creeping between the trees. A soft rustling sound came from the bushes. Jason smirked.
"Dude, stop,"
one of his friends whispered. Jason pushed aside a branch, expecting to see a squirrel or maybe nothing at all. Instead, he froze. Crouched before him was a hulking figure, its long ears twitching. Its fur was filthy and clumped with what looked like blood, and its face was a horrid patchwork of flesh and fur. Its lips peeled back in a grotesque smile, revealing jagged teeth that dripped with saliva. The second its hollow black eyes locked onto Jason's, it struck. Jason barely had time to yell before it lunged. Its teeth sank into his forearm. He screamed as searing pain shot through his body. His friends bolted, their footsteps fading into the distance. Jason fell to the ground, clutching his bleeding arm. The creature just stared, tilting its head, before bounding back into the shadows, its laughter, a guttural rasping sound, echoing through the park. Jason staggered home, his vision swimming. By the time he reached his bedroom, the wound had stopped bleeding, but his arm burned like it was on fire. He collapsed onto his bed, sweating and trembling. He woke up hours later in a cold sweat. Everything hurt. His fingernails had fallen off, replaced by sharp, claw-like tips. His teeth were loose, and when he touched one, it snapped out easily, revealing a jagged, razor-sharp replacement beneath. He clawed at his face, which felt tight and itchy, only to pull away clumps of skin, revealing coarse fur underneath. Jason stumbled to the mirror, his breath hitching as he saw his reflection. His ears had grown long and floppy, his nose twitching involuntarily. His hollow black eyes stared back at him. A knock came at his bedroom door. His mother's voice called out,
"Jason? Honey, are you okay?"
He opened his mouth to answer, but only a guttural rasping laugh came out. By the time his mother opened the door, Jason was gone. All that remained were muddy paw prints leading out the open window.